Leroy had a serious question for everybody.
I did?
You don't remember your question about school?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we had a meeting.
Yes.
And the seats were all set up. And I looked over and I was like, man, I do not want to sit in the front. And then I said to myself, who wants to sit in the front? And then I said, you know what? I used to ask that question to myself when I was in school. Who are the people who were like, you know what? Front row is where it's at. That's where I got to be.
I kind of always did.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Really?
I did. I was always the one that wanted to be in the front, and I always wanted to be called on.
Did you bring an apple and shine it up?
Yeah, every time they were like, oh, who would like to? And it got to the point where I raised my hand so much they wouldn't call on me because they were like, they want to get the people who aren't the extroverts.
You know,
she wanted attention even back then.
Yeah,
no bend in the elbow, too. She was like,
Right. How were your classmates towards you?
Yeah, no, most of them hated it.
Yeah.
Most of them hated it.
Oh my God,
but,
no.
you know.
I was more of I sat kind of towards the middle. But if it was a class that I really liked and I really liked the teacher, then I wouldn't mind sitting up front.
Oh, God.
Nah, me.
Yeah.
I sat up front in one class in high school in the 10th grade for 2 reasons.
You got forced.
You were forced to.
Yeah.
No. Well, no. I'm talking about like not forced. I was forced a lot of times to be put in the front. It was a psychology class, and the way the dude did the class was amazing. He would like just start telling a story about when he was little, and by the end of it, he would like tie it into whatever the lesson was. Like it was always like the class would start, and he'd just be like dicking around, and he'd go, oh man, you know what? This reminds me like when I was little and I'd be taking a shower. My mother would be like, hey, what do you want for breakfast? And I would be like, I don't know, I'm in the mood for pancakes. Like that's literally how we tell a story. But then it would tie into whatever the lesson was. So, and I think this also had to do with me sitting in the front. That class was right after lunch. And a lot of times at lunchtime, my friends and I would go off to the side and smoke a bone. And I'd come in like super high. So like him telling the story, I'd be like really engaged.
Oh God.
So, and I always... And so I didn't start out in the front of the class, but then I moved up to the front of the class because I was challenging myself to figure out at what point he went from just like BSing to tying whatever the theme, the psychology theme for the day was.
So
By the way,
high.
I was high and always literally high and like trying to figure out like at what point is he gonna like get lessony and not just like be telling a story. And by the way, never figured it out. Never figured it out.
Wow.
Probably also had to do with me being high. But other than that, man, there was one class where we sat in the back corner and there was 4 of us in the back corner and it was the first period class right after homeroom. And we were all in charge of bringing something. So one of my friends would bring like sodas, like I'm talking about like 2-liter, like big ass bottles of soda. There was a Dunkin' Donuts next to the school. I would always come in with sandwiches. And I don't know if you ever like shoved like a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts sandwiches in your pockets.
Nope.
But
Just shoving one in your pocket's a little suspect.
Well, you know, like when somebody eats eggs, like in the studio, we're like, we don't go, somebody's eating eggs. We're like, who ripped ass? I would go sometimes into homeroom. And my homeroom teacher would be like, why do you smell like ass? And I'd be like, I have egg sandwiches in my But yeah, and then another dude would bring candy. And another dude would bring like, depending on what he got the day before, like it would be like either like subs, like, you know, like D'Angelo's or something like that. Or like Chinese food. Yeah. But that was always
sit in the back and eat.
We were in the back of the class.
I'm so back of the room now, like meetings.
Wow.
Yeah, when we had this meeting, there was only, when I came in, front row seats. I took a chair from the front row and moved it to the back and sat there. I was like, nope.
I don't blame you. I was always a back of the room, specifically back corner, any corner.
By the door?
But no, because the doors were typically in the front part of the room.
Window.
By the window was a good one too. But my teachers always broke it up, always had me, you know, either move. If I got moved to the front, I could feel the stress level it was way too much, but always in the back. Always.
Well, because when you're in the front, you just feel like they're looking at you. And you can't like dick around. Like another time, I have so many stories of sitting in the back of class. My friend and I used to roll up like aluminum and stuff like that, and just play baseball with like a pen hitting the thing. And they could never, nobody in the class could ever, because we wouldn't like go like, here comes the pitch. We would always do it kind of like when no one was paying attention, and we'd smack it across the room, and nobody ever knew.
You are a teacher's nightmare.
Where it was coming from. It was just. Listen, I needed. Nobody engaged me. That's the terminology now.
I was too. You just reminded me. I forgot about all the stuff we used to do in the back. Spitballs. We used to make hang gliders and throw them around. Pencil fights where it was a lot.
Elastics.
Don't let the teacher turn their back. We might throw something at the chalkboard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I was a goody then because I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Or my favorite on hot summer days, like when they would open the windows, steal chalkboard erasers.
Yep.
And throw them out the window. And the teacher always come in and be like, where are the erasers?
Yeah.
And we would take them and throw them out the window.
It's so crazy as kids. Like, sitting in the front anywhere was frowned upon. Like, you didn't want to sit in the front of the bus. That's where the little kids sat. If you was in the back of the bus, you was grown.
Because that just like meant you were like, you were either the nerd or the rat or in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody chooses the front.
Speaking of choosing the front, I have one more question. Who chooses, and I've never understood this, who chooses front row seats at the movies?
Yeah, that's...
Who?
No.
Why are they there?
The people who walk in
Yeah.
last minute or who reserve their tickets last minute and really want to see the movie, because that's the worst.
I'd rather not go.
Exactly. If I went back in the day when it wasn't selected seats and you just took a chance, if I walked in and it was only front row seats, I walked out.
See, I did it one time. I forget what the movie was. It was something I really wanted to see, and I walked in late, and I was in the front row. And I used to always, people would be like, oh, front row sucks. But I'm like, I wouldn't know. I don't sit in the front row. And I sat in the front row that day, and I was like, front row
Your
sucks.
neck.
You're literally like it's this. It looks distorted. I mean, it might be different now, honestly. But
And I would even say front row of concerts aren't always great because you're looking up. Like, a lot of times people think they want to be in the front row, but it's like you're looking straight up.
Yeah.
The view's not great. You don't get to see the whole stage. And it's...
I was front row when I saw Wicked on Broadway last year. And yes, it was a great experience because I got to really see everything close up. But you're right. It was almost like I couldn't see that whole left part of the stage, and I was constantly looking up like this. So I think it would have been better maybe like 5 rows back, but still.
I don't think I'd mind front row at a concert. I definitely like it for like
Wrestling?
And sporting
fighting events.
We one time, my cousin and I went to see wrestling, and we were front row, and one of the wrestlers wanted to fight. Remember Farouk, the big tough black dude who was like a Hall of Famer and he was like a stud athlete. Went to Florida State. And then he was in the Nation of Domination, which was like basically like the Black Panthers.
No. It was their play on the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
So they were the Nation of Domination.
They had like the white like group, the black group, the Puerto Rican group.
Man.
Yeah. So
they would come out on the stage and put their fist in the air too. It was serious.
What was their theme music?
We are the Nation of Domination.
Oh my God.
So fun fact, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was in the Nation of Domination.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was like a tag team, and he had his back to us, but he was right in the ring, and we're in the front row, and we were going, yo, Farouk, what's up, Farouk? I don't know. He was not having a good day that day. He turns around and he goes, shut the fuck up.
Damn. That's cool.
Hey, I shut up. Because in my head, I'm like, yo, if I don't shut up, he's going to beat my ass. Because it was a house show.
Yeah.
It wasn't Raw.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh.
Yeah.
Sporting events are probably the only place where front row seats are like legit.
Oh, my God.
You really like it.
From that same event, the Puerto Rican group. Do you remember the Puerto Rican group? It was Savio Vega and 2 other dudes, but one of the dudes was Crazy Harry.
I don't remember what they called themselves.
I don't remember. They called themselves the Boricuas. It was the Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
But one of them was like, if you look him up, one of them was Crazy Hair. Like, he didn't have, what do you call your chest hair?
taco meat.
He didn't have taco meat. He had just straight burger and like his arms. So like, and he was Puerto Rican. So in Spanish, pelu means hairy. So he was wrestling. It was like a tag team. And one of them was outside and the two were in the ring. And he was one of the ones in the ring. And my cousin and I kept on going, Pelu! And no one else knew what we were doing except for the Puerto Ricans in the ring. The dude on the outside was trying to look tough, right? He had sunglasses on. And you know how when somebody has sunglasses on and they're trying to hold in a laugh, but you could tell like they're laughing because the sunglasses are moving up. He was doing that because we kept on going, yo, Pelu! Pelu, shave yourself! And the dude on the outside trying to look tough was just like cracking up. Oh, it was hilarious. Anyway. Don't sit in the front. Don't be a Melissa with this. Just kidding. Sit wherever you want. Don't forget to like and subscribe.